The director of the film 1212 The Day is Kim Sung-soo, a South Korean film director who created classics like Asura, The City of Madness, and Fluke. He felt that he wanted to depict the coup d'etat of December 12th carefully, without putting the rebels in a favorable light. Given the film's financial success, bringing in $90 billion at the domestic box office, it is safe to say he achieved both in creating an interesting film while also handling the subject matter properly. Moreover, the film was released on November 22nd, 2023 in South Korea, with releases in Canada, Australia, and Taiwan coming soon after. Moreover, the cast features award-winning actors like Hwang Jung-min playing Chun Do-hwang, the rebel who tries throughout the film to overthrow the government, Jung Hoo-sung playing Major General Lee Tae-shin, the soldier tasked with investigating the coup, and Jung Man-sik playing as Major General Jung Soo-hook, tasked with keeping the Seoul safe. To begin, the events of the film come after the assassination of dictator Park Chung-hee on October 26, 1979. This sent shockwaves throughout the South Korean public who thought that the democratic initiatives would eventually take hold after his death. However, on December 12, 1979, Chun Do-hwan's military revolt led to Mr. Chun overthrowing Choi Koi-ha's government, ending his attempts at democratic reform. After 5 months, Mr. Chun created a military dictatorship that ruled over South Korea for 8 long years. During his rule, he instituted policies that erased any political freedom, with him eliminating all political parties. Only after the June Democracy Movement in June of 1987 and the following December 1987 presidential election was Mr. Chun removed from office. Likewise, the film is a historical film that dramatizes the coup d'etat of December 12th, when ambitious politician Chung Do-hwang tries to take over the government after the death of dictator Park Chung-hee. Mr. Chun mirrors the real-life Chun Do-hwan, where both the real-life and the film characters were leaders of a private military club named Hanoi. Likewise, Hanoi served as Mr. Chun's base of support during his rebellion. Meanwhile, the film also depicts government leaders pushing a soldier named Lee Tae-shin to help investigate the potential coup. Mr. Tae-shin was portrayed as an anti-political general who wanted to stay away from the political violence from politicians trying to fill the power vacuum left by Park Chung-hee's death. However, he was eventually convinced to serve his nation and investigate Mr. Chun's coup, similar to the real-life counterpart going by the name Jang Tae-hwan. Moreover, the film progresses as Mr. Chun tries to get the Prime Minister to sign an arrest warrant for Major General Gong Soo-hook. The Prime Minister sees Mr. Chun's request as suspicious and refuses to sign it. After failing to get the arrest warrant signed, rebel forces try to negotiate their position with the government, but Mr. Tae-shin intervenes and says the iconic line, "You goddamn rebels. Do not move there and stay there. I will drive a tank right now and blow your heads away." This line was also said in real life. However, eventually, Mr. Chun outmaneuvers the government forces by using their negotiations to de-escalate the situation against them. He then used the opportunity to send his forces to storm the capital. The following firefight between loyalists and rebels led to the arrest of Major General Gong Soo-hook, with the real-life counterpart being the arrest of Major General Jang Byung-ju. In addition, this film taught me a lot about not just the coup d'etat of December 12th, but how the South Korean military was interwoven with the government and civilian life as the result of a decision made when South Korea's existence was under attack. As a result, the South Korean public was then excluded from the political system, as can be seen in the film, as not a single ordinary citizen can be seen in the entire film. Thus, this exclusion of South Koreans from power allowed the powerful military generals and elite of the country to exploit the common people. Moreover, I also learned about the dangers of a system that does not allow ambitious people to gain the titles and positions they want. Mr. Chun's need to overthrow the government came from a feeling of never being able to be promoted because of his poor background. This inability to be acknowledged for one's work drives ambitious people to be more radical and can lead to revolution. Consequently, I also learned why some military personnel are considered true soldiers. As in the film, Mr. Taishin was considered a true soldier, where a true soldier is a person who tries to serve his country regardless of the bleak odds against them. It is this idea of a true soldier that promotes patriotism among South Koreans and allows the South Korean government to pursue policies like mandatory military service. Nevertheless, Mr. Chun succeeds in taking over the government both in the film and in real life with his real-life counterpart. This failure shows how it is extremely difficult to keep a separation of power in politics, as ambitious generals and politicians will seek to monopolize the power they have. Thus, it is essential to make sure that no one person has too much power, as it can lead to tyranny, and it shows the importance of separation of powers in government.